3, 2, 1.
This is a story from a motivational speaker by the name of Gil Eagles. And it goes like this. There was a CEO of a big company one time who annually would hold a big party for all of his employees at his estate. The estate was massive. It had a huge mansion, beautiful greens, tennis courts, 10-car garage. He'd have a big barbecue. He'd invite all of his employees to come, and he gathered up all of his employees and walked them down the hill to a large pool. And in that pool, it was full of alligators. And he put out a challenge to every single one of his employees. He said, I admire courage, strength, fortitude. If any one of you chooses to accept this challenge, jump in on one end and survive and swim to the other end and live to tell about it, I will give you all my riches. You name it, the tennis courts, the house, the whatever. And well, they all laughed, of course. You know, they're like chuckling. Are you kidding me? So, yeah, right. So they all turn around, they walk back up to the house for food. Splash! They turn around and they see this guy swimming for his life. They all run over to the pool and they're trying to help him, encourage him, and he's swimming and gasping for breath and back and forth. And finally the guy, then they're chomping at him, trying to get him, and he survives. He gets to the end, they pull him out, and all of a sudden the owner of the company comes up and says, I can't believe it. In all the years I've given this challenge, no one has ever accepted that challenge. So I'm a man of my word. Whatever you'd like. I'll give you my riches, my business, the house, whatever you like, it's yours. And he's out of breath, of course. And he says, what will it be? Tell me. And he says, I only want one thing. I just want to know who the heck threw me in. So think about it. Sometimes in life, we feel like we're swimming with alligators. Sometimes. But I want to tell you something from the heart with IGT. We're not swimming with alligators. We are swimming with dolphins. And the dolphins are the people whom you are going to meet and talk to today. And think about how dolphins help us. Let's say you're lost. You've heard these stories before of paddle boarders who were swept out to sea, or boats. And a pod of dolphins comes in, and the pod of dolphins, through God, I'm sure, supernaturally helps and guides them to shore. So today, I want you to think of this analogy, the metaphor also of the dolphins, because you will see that. We are literally swimming with dolphins. All the people, these wonderful people in front of me, some of whom I've spent many years learning about their trade and their lives, they're here to help all of you. So we are swimming with dolphins today, for sure. So I want to thank all of our panel members, both panels that are going to be coming up and speaking. Thank you for giving your time, your energy, your talent. God has blessed you with gifts, and today they're sharing them with you. Okay, a little interactive right now. I want to do something called Penny for Your Thoughts. This is an opportunity where you're going to team up with just the person next to you. And if you're separated, just kind of move close to someone. If there's a trio, that's fine. Here's the question I want you to answer. We're going to take you back to 1998. That's when it all started. Dave Kirby will talk about that in a moment. That's when IGT was formed. So I want you to kind of get in the Wayback Machine, doodly whip, doodly whip, doodly whip, doodly whip, and go back to 1998 and talk to the person next to you. In school, we call it the elbow partner. And here's your prompt. First of all, get to know them. Introduce yourself if you haven't. Where were you in business in 1998? Of course, we're right before the millennium. Maybe some of our IT people were working on Y2K. Right? Talk about your mindset in business. Maybe if you can't answer that, talk about who was your mentor in business. Who did you look up to and why? But focus on 1998 with your elbow partner. Take about 1 minute for one person, and then another minute for the other, and then I'll kind of gather you back. This is what I'm going to say to gather you back. Here's the prompt. Dave Kirby has to pay somebody, and you say, it might as well be me. So here we go. Ready? I'll say, Dave Kirby has to pay somebody.
Might as well be me.
Okay, then that's the prompt to get you back. All right. Elbow Partners, go back to 1998. Where were you in business? Who was your mentor? Ready? Alan, by the way, you want to know who goes first? Whomever has the closest birthday to today. Whomever has the closest birthday today. Go ahead.
Where were you in 98?
Dean Osmondson, with Consolidated. You're doing what? Nice. No, that was the supply engineering. You familiar with this area?
Dave Kirby has to pay somebody.
Might as well be me.
Okay, that's pretty good at that. Hopefully you get to know other people as well today. Thank you for that kind of stroll down memory lane. We're going to hear from Dave Kirby, our founder, CEO. Dave is the owner of the company, and he leads the ship, and he guides it, and he helps us. He's a generous, kind. He's a guy who's not afraid to say thank you, please, and you're welcome. And I about the history, how we got here. So please welcome Dave Kirby.
Gotta pay somebody, might as well be you, JD. I forgot it. They remembered that. That's our tag on the podcast that came up from Sofana. You get a chance, you guys, on your front of your programs here is the QR code. Again, on that, you can you click it, and there's you'll see like 3 tabs. 1, you can click onto our website. 2, you can grab our podcast. And 3, you can get a 15-minute video meeting with me. So we try to make ourselves accessible. Well, I don't know, what do we got up here? You got another slide besides my crazy looking face here? Me and JD with the shades all the time. Mine weren't really shades. Mine were these sun...
Transition.
Yeah. All right, being a blessing to everyone is the key to our success. It really hasn't changed right from day one. Started IGT. Anybody that has known me know that I'm just really trying to be the best possible blessing I can to others, because I just get my socks blessed off. Look at the people, he's brought around me for IGT through the years, and I got this group that I could just count on. They're here, and it wasn't me. Even putting IGT together wasn't my idea. And I just fell into it. For any of you telecom guys, some of you guys got some old school stories. We're selling, we're doing dial-up, and then we went to the really fast stuff, DSL. People remember we used to have DSL, and then they went to T1, and it went all the way down the line there. So I've been part of the industry that whole time. And back in that day, I guess the most important thing to me was just integrity, and being able to do something that could really affect others. So as I put the company together, I threw in overrides. So when an agent, or now we call them technology advisors, we started that last year, that they're able to bring someone else in, and when they do, I didn't know of JD. Let's see, Mike Maxson back there, one of our longtime, you can say it loudly, like 15 years or more, or something like that, right? Yeah, he's been getting paid. You'll see him on a panel a little bit later. But he recruited JD, his brother-in-law, and Mike lives in Santa Rosa, so it wasn't even that much of a local scenario. So we wouldn't have him if it wasn't for him. So anything JD does, I gotta bless him. So I always give a piece of my piece up, and that's just how we operate, to always be a blessing. About 5 years after I got in the industry, 2003, I was making way more money than I did, especially on a regular basis, than the entertainment business I was in. I managed artists, produced, directed a bunch of music videos, like 40 or so for MTV. You guys remember MTV when it was MTV? So I was doing those. And then I got in this industry, and it just blew me away, and it didn't stop. It just kept going and kept going. And like, whoa, this is pretty cool. And even to this day, I have customers from 1998, early 2000s. I'm still getting residual on myself. It's just because they pay those bills, and you're getting they pay they may have switched to a different company or gotten bigger services, but that's how the residual works, because these companies are happy that we're bringing them customers, and we're going to bring them customers and to keep them loyal. And we very seldom want to flip them to anyone else, even for upfront spiffs. We like to keep them on there. Nobody likes to change. So 2003, as I was making the money, I just decided to go on vacation one time. It was through one of my agents. I ended up going down to Colombia. I'm just, that crazy guy that, if you say something, I don't know, I tell people, I'm just crazy enough to do an idea. You give me a good idea, I'm just crazy enough to do it. How many people are out there and they'll say stuff like, hey man, this guy's the best idea person I ever met. But then that guy doesn't do nothing, huh? So I'll just tell you, I'm just crazy enough to do it. And I went down, I really felt, a calling. It was a tug, and I went down and saw what was really going on. And yes, there's stuff going on here, like you're gonna see the movie this afternoon, No Address, which was actually a Hollywood movie. They're, 98% on the on the rotten, what's it called, Rotten Tomatoes. They're amazing. They're gonna get some awards too. And we're gonna be lucky enough this afternoon to have a producer and director of it to talk a little bit. It's gonna be right at the end when we're done. You can take off, but I would suggest to stay, or at least get their QR code so you can find out a little bit more about it. But that's the homeless, in the United States. But why did I do it down there? I just felt I was supposed to do it. And at that time, they were just getting done with all those drug wars, Escobar and all that stuff, remember? 60s, 70s, 80s, so I'm there, and it was bad. And it was still bombings down there, and discos, and different buildings, and it wasn't a safe place to go. And now, actually, it's become a great place again, where the cocaine fields got turned back into coffee. Remember, what was his
Juan
name?
Valdez.
Yeah, Juan Valdez. And that's their Starbucks down there. They have a brand called Juan Valdez. The little burro, So it's become a really awesome place, but at that time it wasn't. I just felt led to go down there. I made over 70-some trips down there, 77 I think it is. And that's where we go. So I've told the guys last night, you know, I've always felt from the beginning, God gave me this opportunity to be a blessing. So now I give even more a piece of my piece, what I have left, to run IGT, but then to run my foundation. So I don't ask, it's a nonprofit, 501c3, and I don't go anywhere. I golf. I could easily do a golf trip. Hey, you guys want to come up? Or hey, TNT, can you sponsor me? You know, I got my foundation. You know, they come to me and ask me. Bosses of yours since 1998 or 2000. I've been doing with AT&T direct before. No, that's okay. And I just make it channel through me. Right now, we're helping well over 500 kids on a regular basis. I'm not going down as often, but I have a crew down there that's 24/7 working on it. It's just. That's it, Life International Children's Foundation. I'm just trying to help. Now, God gave me a bride last year, so we're in another continent. So we'll probably be going over the Philippines soon, doing some work over there to help out, to just be a blessing. So again, my saying, I didn't say it, but IGT is my income. Life International Children's Foundation is my outcome. And the more you guys do, and the more customers you guys get to bless, you know, and help them out and lower their budgets or give them services that we weren't really offering before. You know, we knew it was there, but we were just waiting for AT&T or for Lauren to come up to them and just say, hey, we got this on the side after we connected them. Now we connect them right away and say, hey, we're not even talking about phones and internet now. We're just saying, what technology needs do you have? That's all I got to say, guys. What technology needs do you have? So in that regards, it just helps build us. You know, build it larger so I can help more people. You guys are getting larger, you know, residuals, larger residuals for life. So I'm just really happy to make that available. I'm also, this is a disabled veteran-owned business I was in during Vietnam. So there are some benefits also that we can utilize on that to get into some government agencies and so forth. We get put to the top of the list. So that's kind of a nice thing. So we're able to do that when you guys bring in that stuff forward to us. Really, that's kind of it. Anybody that's up here on the panels today, ourselves, any executives from IGT, and any of these great providers that we have here, feel free to talk to them, mingle around, whether it's at break that's coming up here shortly, or during lunch, or after in the mixer. You got them here. I mean, we've had people who's come from the East Coast, Virginia, Seattle. We got people from, you know, quite a few different locations. So take that advantage while they're here. That's why we brought them here, and you know, they're sponsoring this event. So I want to just show them our appreciation and stuff too. So listen to what they have to say. They know more than I do. So we're on a bringing up my panel of the people that actually put it together. We had an advisory panel, which included myself, JD, Mason, and Ben. And who am I calling up first? JD. JD? All right, back to JD. Hey, man on the mic. He's in control. Let's give him a hand.
Let's give it to Dave. Give it back to Dave. Thank you. So Ben, you can come up and sit here next to me. And this is going to be our first little panel discussion. And as Ben comes up, we had a great time putting this all together for you. Again, we're in school, we're learning. Everything that Dave just said is stuff that really would be great, because you might be working with a client and maybe they're on the fence. The more you know about the business and how the business gives back to the community, especially through Dave's Foundation, anything like that, that's part of your tool chest. But for myself, I've mentioned before, number one, I'm a husband and a dad. And a grandpa, and I've got 3 little boys. My daughter Shannon just turned 34, and we've got 3 little boys who are at our house every weekend. And I'm a practicing Catholic, very proud of that, pro-life practicing Catholic. I worked in television industry, was blessed for almost 20 years, started in radio. I've emceed just about every type of event you could think of, from when I started at age 16, junior Miss pageants in the Napa Valley, all the way to hosting 1,000 participant fundraisers for Catholic high schools. I have a small little popcorn business where I raise money for a convent up in Shaw Island and Chesterton Catholic High School. You'll notice one thing about IGT, we don't hide our faith. We do wear it on our sleeve, of course, and we're proud of that as well. But my brother-in-law, Michael Maxon, Michael, raise your hand right there in the middle. he's an IT specialist for Gelati Construction in the North Bay. I still remember, and many of you have stories like this too. He pulled me into the old man cave for where I used to live in our old house, and he said, I think I'm part of something that you just might be very good at. And he explained it to me, and explained to me the income potential. And we talked, and of course I signed up and got trained. And Dave Kirby has a gift, I believe, for, as I look around the room, for finding talent. He sees talent in people, so he asked me eventually after about 3 or 4 years, because I've been with IGT probably I think about 7, and asked if I would be the National New Technology Trainer. And I graciously accepted. Then to my left, we're 1099s just like you guys. We're not full-time employees. I have a full-time job. So we all do this just like you guys in our spare time. So every Monday, and I know I have a lot of my students out there, I call them my students, I'm training 6 o'clock on GoToMeeting. And as I said, I'm a 5th grade teacher. Get the benefit of taking a break today for my little munchkins and rascals, and this keeps me as part of the world. And I've been blessed with many careers, met many people, and I feel honored to be here. And one thing I'll leave you before I turn the mic over to Ben, there's an adage that I use in my classroom, and I want you to write this down, because I think it fits for all of us, no matter the age. If we can all, each one, reach one, and teach one, then we can make the world a better place. Each one of us, reach just one person and teach that one person, no matter what it is, whether it's bringing them to the faith or bringing them to lower their budgets, increase their budgets for other needs, whatever. That is a blessing in itself, especially in the economic times that we're at. So each one today, I want you to reach one and teach one. And I'm proud to introduce Ben Martinez, who is our Kickstart coach. Ben?
That was motivational in itself. You got your money's worth right there. Just a little bit about ourselves, I suppose. A little different background than JD. My background is public works engineering, and fortunate enough to be in that career for 26 and a half years, retire from that, and then do other things. And this is one of the other things. I had the opportunity to meet Dave on a Mediterranean cruise by accident. We got seated at the table. For those of you who cruised, they will assign you a table, and so there's folks there. And we got to chat about each other, what we do for careers. And you may have noticed I have long fingernails on the right hand, but short fingernails on the left hand. It's because I'm a professional concert classical guitarist as well. So just to let you know, in case you're wondering, what's a weirdness? Little segue there. But anyway, as we're chatting, Dave mentioned what he did, and he said something interesting that caught my ear. He said, I also have this company to help pastors, because pastors don't make a lot of income, and if they want to be able to supplement their incomes, they can partner with IGT and help with their retirement. Well, that intrigued me enough to chat with him afterwards. And I said, tell me more about this partnering with pastors, because I was, as JD said, we all have kind of a similar vein of faith. At the time, I was also a men's pastor in a church, helping these guys out, and I thought that could be beneficial for. And my brother-in-law is a pastor in Argentina, so that intrigued me to find out. Let's see how. Tell me more. And so he introduced me to IGT. I got involved. This was 2019. At the time, I was at Public Works Engineering and doing that thing. But now, retired and enjoying the opportunity. I really like the ability to help individuals. I like what JD said. Can you reach one? Whether it's a person or a business. And can you teach them something to help them? And that's what we're doing. And you have wonderful dolphins right here. And what I like about, I don't know if I want to get into that yet because we're going to talk a little bit later, but they are very helpful to be a resource for you. If you need them to share a little bit or to help, they've got your back. So really happy about that.
Very good. Thank you, Ben.
All right. Thank
How
you
about
all.
that cruise, Matt?
I wish I was there. So, welcome everybody. I'm Mason Powers. I'm the channel manager from AppDirect. So if you don't know, AppDirect falls into this category of what's called a TSD. TSD today stands for Technology Solution Distributor. You may have heard of the term master agency in the past, so this is just a new acronym for us to learn, right? And it's the same model, but been very, very fortunate in my career to have been put through the ringer a bit. Got my start in startup software. For about 16 years, I've been chasing after that coveted founder level successful exit, right? And you get an IPO and you're off to the sunset from there. 4 failed exits later, I have a very strong love-hate relationship with OpenAI and ChatGPT. We can discuss that offline at a point, but just suffice to say, ChatGPT eliminated my previous startup software company that I was helping take to market overnight, almost. And it's because of these types of new technologies and these really the customer needs that are in the industry that led me to find AppDirect. And when I joined AppDirect, I was very fortunate enough to be assigned to IGT Consult to be their channel manager. And fortunately, met the wonderful Dave Kirby. He has been invaluable to me as I learn about this industry. This is my first channel role officially. I'm now 16 months in the role, so I think some people may consider me a veteran, but it's been a fortunate journey. And I think today really the hope and goal is that you all walk away understanding that you have the ability from not just the Dolphins, but also from what we call you the Dolphin Kings, I guess. I don't know what it would be, but from the leadership at IGT, they are here to support you and to be a blessing to your lives and to your family's lives. So thank you all for having me here. I'm very, very looking forward to the day.
One of the main focuses why we're here is the wheel of opportunity. This is his new baby, so we're going to talk about that now.
Right, we're going to be on that, and you're going to see some of the pieces of the wheel up next here shortly. But I just wanted to ask you a question, have you guys pass the mic, on how you feel the impact has been and what you feel being able to make all these technology available to all of our advisors. Again, you guys, nobody here that has IGT consultant on your card. All you had to do is turn in a deal as of January 1, and you got brand new cards coming. They're going to show you pictures a little bit later. But we're really all in on the wheel of opportunity. I'll show you mine here. Got the QR code, and on the back of the wheel there, if you can't see it, you can see it close enough that just kind of remind you when you're talking to somebody. So anyway, what do you guys feel about the impact upon making the wheel available all the way through to the advisors?
So the impact is enormous. I feel that IGT is integrated global technologies, not integrated global telecom. So just by bringing the fold of the full technology wheel available to you now, you're actually as agents able to go out and truly consult, deliver, and source all technologies. And through the relationship that you'll learn more about from IGT and AppDirect, you truly have the ability to source from soup to nuts anything an organization needs to run and operate, even if it's just cubicles, desks, right, laptops, cell phones, all the way through the most advanced, latest and greatest large language models, RAG. We have our own development environment for you for an AI perspective that I'll show off a little bit later. But the value of this wheel is truly that you're able to now service and meet your customers at any point in their life cycle. Whether they're a startup or whether they're a long-standing enterprise organization, you have the ability to help them at any point in that journey.
Well, like Mason said, technology opportunities for business is amazing, especially since communication is paramount for all businesses and society. That is how we all communicate. So when businesses have a particular need, right off the bat with this wheel, the way I like to use the wheel is I like to present it to them, and we can do that with the card or this graphic, so that business could say, oh yeah, I need that, and oh, you deal with this? I didn't know you dealt with that. And they can just kind of, it's like a menu. And let them go off the menu and say, I want to know more about this. We're talking about that, and what about this? Now, you just all of a sudden have an opportunity for 6 deals, business opportunities with one business. And that expands you exponentially on what you can do with IGT, with your own income, and helping businesses in every facet of what they need to succeed. And that's what this is about, having the latest, because it evolves so quickly that businesses don't succeed. But when you're connected with the best, they will get the best, and that's a great position to be in. From someone from IGT to say, not only do we represent these facets of business, we are connected to the latest and the greatest in technology in all of these, because it evolves so quickly, so you can work with us knowing you're getting the best.
Team, your clients, your future clients, they don't know what they don't know. And it's our job to bring them that information. We can do so much in the monthly training, because we dissect this wheel, and I encourage all of our technology advisors to join Ben and Dave and myself for the once a month training. And we do go through this wheel each time and dissect it. So the more you know about this wheel, the more you're going to be able to explain to your current clients and potential clients. Keep in mind, if you already have clients, it's now time to go back into your funnel and call them up and offer them what we now offer with the Wheel of Opportunities. And the other thing is, you don't have to be an expert on the Wheel of Opportunities. Here's why. They're sitting right in front of me. They are right here. When I pass the football to them and they help through a video conference with my client, we have a 97% closing rate because of these amazing, talented people. They're actually presenting it. And that actually builds even more credibility to this wheel. It's one thing if you as a technology advisor just explain the wheel, but it completely comes to life when you have one of our carriers on a video conference and your client says, oh my goodness, this is real. Why? Because they are taking all of the stress. That one person, the person who's going to make the decision, who has to bring it to the board of directors, that can be a lot of stress, because most businesses now, they just pay the bill. They don't even know what their bill is. It's on auto payment. They don't know that there's a wholesale market out there for that entire wheel, everything from business furniture to, look, it's not just wholesale internet or phones, and that's the focus of today. It is the entire wheel of opportunities that we simply introduce. That's all we do as technology advisors. We introduce it, and if we're stuck, we don't say we don't know. We bring in our group, our friends, and they wrap it up. Okay, another question?
I think I'm good on that. I'm not doing good on that, Mason. You want to take that? I've told people since I started. And thank you for reminding me, 1998, I named the company, I don't know, it just came up. Integrated Global Technologies. I wanted to be global. And to me, technologies back in those days, let's go back, guys, long distance, local, and internet. And that's what I was integrating. And it was technology, and that's where the name came from. And then here we are 20-some years forward, and we really are integrated, global, and it is all technology that's available. So I'm not just a bandwidth slinger anymore, guys, or circuit slinger like people were calling IGT. So anyway, before I pass it back to JD for a break, again, he's going to tell you what to do, where you can go, but I would ask that everybody, and she doesn't know what she's going to do this, everybody, if you're going to get up, you can stay, we're pretty much staying here unless you go to the restroom, but would you go down to my wife, raise your hand, my beautiful wife, Bernadette. Raise your hand, honey. There you go. And just hand her your lunch and paper when we do that. Let me turn it back over to JD before he'll tell you this stuff before break.
All right, thanks, Dave. So we're going to take a break. Restrooms are out there. Again, turn in your lunch notes. Every time we have a break is an opportunity to talk with our carriers, our providers. You need to make the maximum of this day. Please do not be a wallflower. Just don't talk with the people whom you know. You got to get out of your comfort zone and go up and introduce yourself and talk to them so you know their face and you're familiar with them. When we come back, during the break, we'll set up our next panel, but the next panel is going to be, each one of our carriers is going to describe where do they fit in the slice in the wheel that you see before you. What is their role? What is their part? What do they offer? And this is all part of your mental tool chest. So when you're speaking with a client or a future client, you know what you're talking about. Sometimes I say in my training, you got 30 seconds to spit it out, that little elevator pitch that we talk about in training. You're going to get so many tidbits today. Don't forget, reminder about the raffle later on. Please take the time for comfort and caring, use the restroom, and we'll get set up. So we will be back in about 15 minutes. I'll kind of gather the troops.
What kind of raffle stuff we got there?
Well, let me tell you this. We got the Ace tickets. We have the 4 Ace tickets. We have the Oakley sunglasses. We mentioned it before. For Dave Kirby to give up one of his 2 pairs of Oakley IGT sunglasses, things are happening, Bernadette. Things are happening. Because those are his prized possessions, let me tell you.
Oh, they're new. I would use them.
And all kinds of other prizes. Okay, we'll stand up, stretch, take a break, and listen for me. We'll call you back in about 15 minutes, everybody, for our Slice of the Wheel panel. I want to direct your attention up to the screen. Ron Baroga, who's one of our technology advisors, put this together. We're going to be talking just about 5 minutes about AI, artificial intelligence. So I want to thank Ron for putting this together. So it's only about a minute. So we're going to look at the history of technology through AI. All eyes up on the screen, please. Thank you, Ron. Wow, thank you, Ron. Give me a hand.
Check, check. All right, wonderful. So that was a wonderful example of how you can leverage some of today's latest and greatest large language models, and that was a specific example of the image creation capability. Closer? All right, there we go. Image creation capability, that's also an example of RAG, which is retrieval augmented generation as well. There is a lot going on in this world, y'all, and we never expect anybody to know it all. That's really what these dolphins are up here to help you with, and I guess maybe I'll take the AI dolphin cap now, along with my awesome IGT cap. But what I did just very quickly for today is to provide us with an example, a quick demonstration. I built us a IGT GPT. Okay, and the purpose of this, it's an AI bot designed to demonstrate the power of today's large language models. Reasoning engines are also very, very top of mind. This actually gives the bot the ability to pause and think and then come up with additional facts. So this is automated reasoning and generative pre-trained transformers. So if you didn't know what GPT stood for, now you do. Generative pre-trained transformers in support of IGT's Consult's ever-growing technology advisors. So this is actually a live bot that you all can go and play with. I'll be happy to share the link with, but you can just sit, very simply, it works much like a chatbot, okay? This is already an example of almost an obsolete AI product or application. What we're moving into now is agentic AI. right? The ability for not just a chat bot or for Q&A or FAQs, but now let's let the bot actually make decisions on its own. Let's let it take action, right? So not only am I asking it questions, but it's then answering them for me and doing the process in addition. Not to mention the most recent release from Anthropic, they have a new MCP, which is Model Context Protocol. If you've ever heard of APIs, APIs are what enable applications to speak to each other. Well, now the bots can create their own APIs as they learn what they need to connect to. So it's important that we stay on top of this trend, that we understand what's available for our customers, but realize there's a lot of smoke and mirrors out there, a lot of very high, lofty claims of what's being done. But the reality is that there truly is some big value, big changes coming for the future of business and the future of learning.
Thank you very much, Mason. That was amazing. That's probably a first for me. We're going to introduce our panel here, and each panel member is going to have about 5 minutes to explain to all of us what is their connection with our Wheel of Opportunity. So, first of all, I'd like you to welcome Brad Pepper, right to my right. Brad, raise your hand, AT&T Business. And I want to welcome Lauren Gallegos, longtime friend of IGT, the Channel Sales Manager for Net to Phone. We have Brandy Tolbert, the Channel Sales Manager from China Telecom. Rich Varner, Channel Manager West for Semtech. Glad you're here, Rich. And we have Ed LaFrance. Ed is here from Datacate. And let me get out of the way. 5, 6. And then we also have Dean Odlinson he's the Senior Partner, Account Retention Manager for Consolidated Communication. And of course, Mason Powers. How do you do? Did I get everybody?
Good.
All right, we're going to kick it off. Take notes. Later on, you'll be able to ask questions as well when we have our lunchtime. But please welcome Brad. Brad, we're glad you're here.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Brad Pepper. I'm with AT&T Business. We also support ACC Business as well. Just quick gauge the temperature of the room. How many people have had a chance to work with AT&T Business or ACC Business? Appreciate it, mate.
Love them.
Sorry, can everyone hear me in the back? Yeah. I'm typically a loud talker, so when people hand me microphones, it gets weird. But so AT&T Business is kind of moving forwards by focusing on what we consider foundational networking and transformational networking. And by that I mean, as AI develops, as different cloud-based services continue to develop, as more services continue to move to the cloud, from an AT&T perspective, we find it more and more important to offer industry-leading network from a layers 1, 2, and 3 perspective. So everything from private line connectivity to internet connectivity to mobile connectivity, and offer it in a format to which we can guarantee certain things that are important in today's world for connectivity, like diversity or mapping for diversity, because as people move services to the data centers, how they get to the data center becomes more important. And AT&T has been focusing on those connections to offer, I would say, a more easily digestible CX experience, both for the end user, the consumer, but more importantly for yourselves. One of the things that I like to do when working with new partners or strategists from ITG or just in general is learn about your business. So I think one of the things that we maybe lose touch with is we all try to get to the end goal. And what does your customer want? What do they need? What is their business objective? But I also think it's also important to learn about, just from an IGT perspective, where is your focus? What do you like to focus on from a technology perspective? Do you focus on connectivity, security, CX, managed services? And from that, really, it's our goal from an AT&T perspective to be proactive, to empower you with the information that you need to disseminate to your customers. Where we fit specifically with the Wheel of Opportunity, I feel, is in the connectivity categories. So we focus a lot on the internet connectivity and the mobility connectivity. Of course, we support security and SD-WAN. But again, we want to really focus on the foundation. Dave has mentioned residuals for life. So when we start to talk about products that help to generate those types of residuals, we want to look at those products that we would call sticky. And a sticky product is something that, when installed, isn't going to come out because you have a lot of other services riding on top of it. So again, the goal from an AT&T perspective is just to help you monetize our program with IGT. We partner with Mason and AppDirect and his peers all across the country, so a great synergy there. Some interesting new developments that I think are great for 2025, and this started maybe a year or so back that you may not be aware of, but AT&T supports FirstNet mobility. FirstNet network came out over 5 years ago, and the goal is to focus on first responders for mobile connections in times of high need. So if there's a geographical disaster, first responders, government entities have the ability to sign up for their FirstNet program, and based off of the tier that they are segmented into. So as an example, if you are police, hospital, or emergency response, you get priority networking through our mobile network with our FirstNet program. So this is something that's offered through AT&T that you can take advantage of, and is an example of how, as Mason, myself can work together to help you qualify your customer, allow you to know what we can offer from a FirstNet perspective, and then help you deliver the solutions to your customer. To circle back, AI, how is that affecting AT&T? I think what you're going to see from an AT&T perspective is more of an operational approach to AI. And by that, I mean, you'll start to notice it more in our business tools. Mason mentioned APIs, or how companies contact or applications talk with each other. And I think that's where you'll see AI start to develop from an AT&T perspective to make those communications between Mason's company, AppDirect, and AT&T more seamless. The next step, of course, I think you're going to start to see more agents. And our friends at Salesforce, the faster they roll out their agents and their chatbots, I think you're going to see more Salesforce-enabled environments. Roll those out. And the goal, again, is to empower both strategists and end users from a content perspective to digest from a high level what they're looking for. And then next steps, of course, engage myself, and I'm happy to help. Thank you, everyone.
Are we following up with any questions, or are we just going here? Okay. Hey guys, Lauren Gallegos here with Net2Phone. I've been working with IGT for about 11 years now. I used to be peers with Rob here, so I'm just checking facts here. We used to work with IGT back in the Telesphere days, which was about 11 years ago. So, it's great to see you guys. I come here, about 3 times a year, and all the faces out there in the crowd, I feel like I have met some of you guys before, or most of you guys, really. And even better, I've closed deals with a lot of you guys too, and some of them have been small deals, some of them have been big ones. Ron, right? We closed a big one, So when you guys are talking about opportunities with Net2Phone, I mean, really the simple answer is it's phones, right? And I think I was on a webinar with you guys the other day, and someone asked that question: is what is your ideal prospect? And where's Dave? I don't know if Dave hears me, but Dave said anybody who needs a phone, right? That's our sweet spot. Anyone who needs a phone. Yeah,
you don't
right?
Anybody that has phones and internet.
Anyone who needs phones and internet, and that's, that's kind of our sweet spot. We kind of sit in this Venn diagram here, right? So, and this is going to tell you a little bit about who we are. The first one I'll start with is kind of the enterprise-grade functionality. All right, so you've got businesses who may have what I like to call an on-premise system. I kind of joke when people talk about buying a phone system, because I'm like, what, do you guys still buy DVDs and CDs and that sort of thing too, right? So everything's moved to the cloud, and after the pandemic, that's kind of like, that's, if you're buying a phone system that's not in the cloud, you're buying DVDs and CDs. They've got limited functionality, they have a certain end of life and that sort of thing. So if you really want enterprise grade functionality, and this is gonna throw you all into, like, someone asked me just a moment ago, like, don't I require a $500 a month spend to be able to work with you? No, you can do a single phone. I don't like a single phone, but I'll take it, right? Often it's an entry point to other things. But if you need to be able to work remote, like a lot of companies do, like during the lockdown, people said I kicked everyone out of my office. What do I do now? I'm glad you called. Right? That's a cue that, like, I need people who can work remotely. I need to have an auto attendant, or call queuing so I can sound like a world-class business. I want to make sure that I never miss a call. These are companies that need more functionality so that they could, so they never miss that $1 million call. So they can be more efficient. So when they kick people out of their office, you can run the sort of analytics so that you know, are they actually working? I can pull up a call detail record immediately. Things like AI, I know we'll get into that a little bit later, but you know, if you want to know whether your folks are working, not only will we record the calls, we'll transcribe the calls, we'll provide an analysis. You don't have to listen to a 20-minute call to see what was talked about. We'll give you a 5-sentence blurb, et cetera, et cetera. We'll even give you, if you don't want to hire a receptionist, we have an AI agent who will take all your calls, perform functions for you. It's amazing. And we can talk about that later, and we'll get you on a call. The next is pricing, right? Like I said, you know, you think, gosh, this must be really expensive. It's not. We start at $20 a user. Super easy. We even have an unbundled model where it's $5 a user when it's paired with $20 lines, right? So if you've got a big organization with 100 users, I'm closing a deal this week with 500 users. It's about $5 a line. It's easy. So, you know, our price point is at an entry point that anyone can get in. So, much like the whole conversation, good, fast, and cheap, most providers are only 2 of these 3. We're all 3. So when we talk about reliability, I lost my slide there. I almost lost it. We also are the 4th largest transporter of voice traffic in the world. We've got the sort of reliability and the clarity of voice to be able to support, you know, huge businesses. So good, fast, and cheap. I know I'm starting to get over my time. So when I talk about AI, I always hear people get scared when they talk about AI. They think, okay, are the machines going to take over? Do I have to stop thinking now? You know, what's going to happen? I think that we just, for me, the AI, I use it every single day. Just don't be scared of it. I mean, people once thought, once we got automated machinery, who's going to work the assembly lines? I've lost my job, you know? Or when we started using spreadsheets, people used to say, oh my gosh, accountants are losing their jobs. That's it, it's over. Right? Or ATMs, we've lost cashiers. I think AI, very simply put, takes the most mundane and low value activities and, you know, and actually does that for you and augments businesses and makes it easier for you. I mean, I think it's better. I think it actually creates jobs. So I think, don't be scared of it. I'm welcome. I use it every day. I'm kind of addicted to it. Sounds like my time's up. But I appreciate your time, and of course, we can take anything offline. Hit me up. I'm always happy to help. Don't be scared that the phone system is too complicated, because as long as you've got a prospect, I will take that cold lead, as long as Dave's okay with it, which he seems to be these days, and close the deal for you and get you paid. What is better than passive residual income every month? Thank you all.
All right. Hi, my name is Brandy Tolbert. I work for China Telecom Americas. I will be maybe our newest dolphin. So thank you, Mason, for introducing me to IGT. I am now going into my 9th year here at China Telecom Americas. It's been a very interesting 9 years with China and the United States, but to be fair, it's been business as usual. We have seen a steady growth year over year with businesses continuing to flourish within China. So who is China Telecom Americas? We are the US-based branch of China Telecom. We are one of the largest providers within the world. So we are headquartered in Herndon, Virginia. We have a global network that spans about 110 different countries. I know our name would suggest that we are going to be the bread and butter of China. We are. We own and operate about 80% of the fixed line infrastructure within China. We own and operate about 300 plus data centers within China in mainland alone. So if you can think about us as the lack of choice within China, if we like to say if it's in China, our answer is yes. So where we fit into the wheel of opportunity for IGT, kind of like AT&T, we are mostly network. So think about us for MPLS, your local internet, your point-to-points, but not just within China, though we can help you understand the rules, the regulations, the things that kind of have to be monitored when you're going into these types of conversations with your customers. So again, don't feel like you need to be a expert within China. What we want you guys to do is just to kind of ask your customers, what are you doing for your international locations? How are you handling these international projects, right? Don't leave money on the table. We can help you out with equipment. We can help you out with connectivity. Let's say it's a retail customer. They don't have IT staff on site. We can help provide that. They can hire them hourly. They can hire them annually through us. So whatever it is, whether that's people counters, servers, racks, colo, cloud connectivity, whatever it is, we like to say our answer is yes, especially if it's in China. The APAC region is kind of where we're going to fit the best. So feel free to rope me into any of your conversations. Throw me on a Zoom call with your customers. I can help kind of navigate their needs. Let's see what else I was going to mention. So I think one of our big value points that we bring to the table, because regulations and compliance is now a main focus for especially US-based companies. All of our paperwork is done on under US law, and we have the ability to bill in US dollars, or we can bill in local currency. So we are extremely flexible on that end. There's so many different parts that I would like to cover, but honestly, 5 minutes isn't going to do it. So please pull me aside after this panel. Let me answer some of your questions. Let me tell you a little bit of our case studies, use case scenarios. I'd be happy to walk you through those.
Thank you. So my name is Rich Farner, and I'm a channel manager for Semtech. For those of you who aren't familiar with Semtech, we are a leader in wireless technology. We manufacture wireless hardware like wireless modems, routers, modules, and we're also a global MVNO, which means that we have carrier relationships with wireless carriers in 190 plus countries, over 600 of them. But what we have that's in the channel that you guys are able to sell and get residual income for the life of the customer is a solution that's called broadband access. So essentially, broadband access is wireless internet access. Every business needs internet today. It's more important than having running water or electricity. You got to have internet, right? And if internet's down, the business is down, you're losing money, you're losing customers. And so we come aside and help the customer with that. As opposed to getting a wired internet connection like fiber optics or a cable connection, we are able to deliver internet wirelessly using the existing cellular connectivity from Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile domestically, or in other countries with their 600 carrier partners that we work with. But what our solution entails is we actually provide our own hardware. It's a dual SIM modem. So there's going to be a SIM slot that's dedicated towards one primary carrier, let's say Verizon, for instance, and then a secondary SIM slot that's dedicated to an alternate carrier, say like T-Mobile. So if the customer ever has performance issues with Verizon, we're able to remote into the device, switch them over to T-Mobile, and improve their performance. Or let's say Verizon goes down, has an outage for some reason. Our equipment is intelligent to recognize that and switch them over to the alternate SIM, keeping them up and running. And so, as you can imagine, a solution like ours, it has a lot of use cases. Certainly we could be used for primary internet where like maybe wireline services aren't available. Maybe it's a rural location, new construction, they can't get fiber optics or it's cost prohibitive. We can deliver services, bring very high speeds and backup capabilities at a low cost, and we cover over 99% of the US, so we've got you covered, and it's a very reliable service. But bread and butter, and where the bigger opportunities are for you guys, is selling for backup connectivity. Again, if a business goes down, they're losing thousands of dollars an hour, right? So we come alongside and we're a secondary connection that they can have that's diverse from their primary connection. So if in case that, cable-seeking backhoe takes down that primary, connection that they have, they're up and running with us and it's diverse. Today, a lot of companies will have a secondary line, but it's actually another wired connection that's probably in the same path, maybe even in the same conduit as their primary connection, and that's cable-seeking backhoe, again, takes down the primary and the secondary, and they're down, right? And so they're completely hedged against that with us because we're wireless all the way out to the cell tower. if we even have issues with our own connection with the primary carrier, we're able to fail over to the secondary carrier, keeping them up and running. So backup is a great story for us. And because the customer is not going to use our service very much for backup purposes, they don't need a lot of data. They can pick a very small, inexpensive data plan as low as $25 a month. So it's a really easy conversation. Just ask your customer, Mr. Customer, do you have backup connectivity today? If no, you got to. And we have a great, low-cost, very reliable solution that's easy, quick to install, as quick as 3 business days. Would love to tell you about it. And then bring me in. And you don't have to be an expert. Just bring us the opportunities, and we'll take it from there. We're also great for temporary connectivity as well. So, of course, we've got the 3 to 1 year terms. We also have 6 month and month to month. So, if a customer has temporary needs, we got them covered, and we also have the ability to deliver services as quick as 3 business days with a paid expedite. So if they're in an emergency situation, we got them covered as well. But that's really, the summation of our solution. You know what? Let me back up. To go into what the components are and what's included in it, as you can probably see from the slide up here, we provide, in addition to our own hardware that's a dual SIM, we provide antennas, either basic PAL antennas or upgraded MIMO antennas that increase the performance. And then again, we provide the connectivity. We work with Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile domestically, or with our Smart SIM, we got the world covered that can dynamically switch between carriers. And then in addition to the connectivity and the hardware, we also provide installation support. So we have videos that walk the customer through the install, or they can get on the phone with our technicians and we'll walk them through the install. Or we can send out a technician on site to do professional installation on their behalf. We'll rack it, we'll test the best carrier, and we'll also make sure that the connection is up to snuff and working well for them. And then at that point, we don't walk away. We continue to monitor and manage the service 24/7, 365 with our US-based tech support. So it really is a comprehensive wireless solution that guarantees connectivity for the customer. It's a very natural conversation to have, and just get us in the door, and we're happy to work with you and close business together.
That's a simple slide. This shouldn't take very long. My name's Ed LaFrance. I am the co-founder and a principal at a company called Datacate. And Datacate is a local independent data center and internet infrastructure provider headquartered in Rancho Cordova, and we serve the greater I sent whatever I had, but I didn't have a lot prepared. But I'll tell you a little bit about what we do, and of course, like everyone else, I'd love to talk to you during lunch, the break, whenever we have a chance. Data center is the guts of the internet, whereas, say, telecom is the circulatory system where the brains and the organs live. Our primary role is to host servers and storage. You've heard the saying, the cloud is just someone else's computer. Some of those computers live in our data center. And we have our own infrastructure there, but we also have a lot of our clients' infrastructure there. So I'll give you some examples of clients who would use Datacate's data center. We have clients who have started their own specialty hosting companies or have developed a SaaS product that people access by subscription. Or they have off-site data storage needs. They need to park their data somewhere where they know it's secure and safe and available 24/7. People who have security requirements, like they need SOC 2 or HIPAA compliant physical storage. We provide all those kinds of solutions to companies who have those needs. So perhaps you're out calling on a local medical service provider, like a doctor's office or a dentist's office, and you see they have a closet, and in that closet there's a stack of servers and some other gear, and it's overheated and it's not very secure, and they don't really have the staff on hand to maintain it, but that's their solution. Well, we moved that into our data center. Now they're meeting the HIPAA physical security rule, which they were not before. Plus, we have 24/7 boots on the ground. We're high availability, so they have redundancies in power and cooling and networking that we provide. So they know that their stuff is safe, it's secure, and is accessible to them at all times. There's plenty of other examples, but I do want to make a couple of points. I'm sure some of you are familiar with data center, and imagine these gigantic buildings with huge cooling towers and generators and maybe 250,000 square feet or more. We're not any of that. We have 20,000 square feet. We do own our real estate, so we're not leasing on top of any landlord who can kick us out. We have a large anchor tenant who takes about half of our data center space, and the other half is available to all comers. But we provide bespoke solutions that no one's going to get from those big warehouse data centers. A lot of our clients need what we do, but they don't have the talent in-house to do it all themselves. So we bridge that gap. We can do managed networking. We can provide, we can build solutions for them, hardware solutions. We can provide professional services and troubleshooting services. So we augment what they're doing by providing them with IT support as well. And I have more to talk about that I won't have time for, because as we've grown into that role of providing this unique space where we are like Data Center Plus, we've eventually started supporting our clients with their business IT. And so we also do all that. So all the things you would think about for business IT and a managed service provider, we offer various categories of that. So we fit into cloud, we fit into managed services, we fit into security, and we even fit a little bit into SaaS and business software on the wheel. And please feel free to hit me up and we'll talk about those things. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Dean Osmondson. I'm with Consolidated Communications. And I partner with a man named Colin Cummings, who happens to be in Hawaii right now, probably fishing. He's a fisherman, so he misses out on this cool fishing hat. But I also brought with me Laura Strasser, who's our strategic account manager, supports Colin and I. Colin is your channel manager with Consolidated Communications, and I'm the senior account retention manager. I protect the book of business that you build with us. So, not in addition to this being a fun job, and it's nice to be able to meet people and it's relationships and everything else, but you're also in it to make money. And when you build a book of business with us, what I do is I go in when it's time, the term's up on the contract, I'll go in and talk to them and, oh. No, it's not me. I didn't have any time left. No, yeah. So as you can see, what we do, and I'll just tell you a little background of Consolidated Communications. We've been around a little bit over 100 years. We are in the top 10 for fiber networks across the country. We're in 24 states. You can see the wheel of opportunity is very similar to what we do here. So in addition to offering internet services, we also provide SD-WAN. We partner with VMware, VeloCloud. We offer what we call our cloud security, and that's a partnership with Palo Alto Security, who's in the Magic Quadrant in the Gartner. And in addition to all of this, Colin wanted me to talk to you a little bit about our MDU opportunities, which stands for multiple dwelling units. And we are, as I'm told, one of the few that offers residuals for, let's say, apartment complexes or assisted livings. What we do is you want to get in touch with the owner, and we offer a big pipe or bandwidth for that particular unit, and then we will wire all the individual units, and usually like a medium size one of these is like between $6,000 and $8,000. And we talked about residuals earlier. You can get, IGT offers you a better percentage with us because of the size of what you guys are, and think about like 20 to 20% of a $6,000 to $8,000 opportunity. So in addition to meeting people and talking to them, let's make some money together as well. As far as where we fit into AI, I know that technology changes all the time, and this thing has expanded probably in the 10 years that I've been with Consolidated from 4 of these circles to about 10. So if there's any of these up here that you wanted to discuss, Laura and I will be around for a while. Please hit us up. And before the beep goes off again, I'll just go ahead and say thank you for the opportunity to be here, and I look forward to meeting with all of you. Dave and I have played golf together in the past, and we hope to do it again in the future as well. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, all. And just to kind of wrap this all up for us quickly here, the wheel of opportunity. You've heard from wonderful providers today that have represented a lot of the wheel already, and frankly, a lot of them didn't reveal the additional products I think that some of these major carriers have that they just didn't want to confuse you with today, right? But a lot of them go all the way around the wheel, some of them, frankly. So I just want to point out, right, we have, in addition to wonderful AT&T and China Telecom, you can also procure through Lumen, through Comcast. We're getting very advanced in the world of AI, right? So you can get the Copilot licenses from Microsoft, the Gemini licenses from Google, in addition to many, many others. Going around here down to the software as a service section, obviously we have Microsoft O365 licenses available, Adobe, Dropbox, SolarWinds, QuickBooks. Really, I want to highlight also the cloud infrastructure. I look forward to meeting with you further and seeing what we can do to get you into the portfolio as well at AppDirect. We do partner with the major hyperscalers, right? The AWS, the Google Cloud Platform, the Microsoft Azure, but then we have some of the more niche players as well. We do cybersecurity. That's a huge initiative for every organization today. So certainly looking forward to working with you all and evaluating those the customer needs, seeing what I can do to introduce you to the appropriate vendors within those different categories, and make sure that you are capturing as much spend of that wallet, right? And a lot of great exercise to do with your customers is sit down with this wheel and pull up their invoices from their monthly spend and say, we can help you here, 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 okay? Very good. I'm gonna go ahead and move on from here in the interest of time. Thank you.
First question.
You want to make sure that the thing doesn't change? Go ahead, Mason. You want to man that? Let's give Mason a hand. Again, he was part of our panel to put this thing together, and he's amazing. Just to reiterate what he's mentioned, Christina Winter, you want to raise your hand? She's going to come up later and get an award. I got a few awards, some big cash coming out right after lunch. JD will tell everybody about it. But then we're going to get back into these guys and raffle prizes, A's tickets, all kind of stuff. But to reiterate, she's our operations manager that works for her and a whole quote team. So when you guys now don't have to print off your things anymore, right, Ben? You go on the website, go down to the bottom. Unfortunately, we didn't get that slide up here. You just go down to Technology Advisor portal. Click on it, and you got a quote I'm turning in, referring a new agent, or referring business in. So there's the three, very simple. Fill them out, and really, again, you just make a few questions. You can check off the boxes of where you think these guys need some help. And when it comes in, you're pretty much done. We're going to copy you on it, except maybe bandwidth would be the only thing you might be going back to them for. The rest, we just connect like Lauren's seen us do for the last year or so. Immediately, these guys are going to get the customers' information, and they talk to them. So there's really no need. You're not going to set up any video chats or anything. We let them just have it at it because we're not salespeople. We never were. We were consultants, and now we're advisors, okay? So it's just, you're just gonna advise them on that wheel, everything we've been learning about. So we made it really super simple. I'm gonna ask a couple quick questions here. Just a 30-second, 60-second answer, because I know people are getting hungry for lunch, and I had to put those guys off for bringing the food out. They were gonna bring it out about 11:45 a few minutes ago, so they're holding on to that. So first question, just 60 seconds or less, whatever you can put in. How do you see, Dean, the wheel of opportunity being relevant in today's world of business technology? So how do you see that relevant? You would have had that question last night, but I'm sorry you missed our party. I should have gave that to you. So again, look up there if you want to read it just to make sure you know what's up. How do you see it relevant today in business technology? And you showed how you guys got at least 10 areas in there covered.
Well, yeah, I didn't get preparation for it, but that's okay, because I looked at what you guys have on the Wheel of Opportunity, and it looks a lot like what we offer. Yeah. So we're right in line there. You know, I forgot to mention this though, but we are the incumbent utility. Our LEC is right here in Roseville, parts of Rockland, Granite Bay, and Citrus Heights. And we're in 24 states, so as well, so across the nation. So I think, and as I pointed out, the wheel was a lot shorter when I first started 10 years ago, and it's expanding. Why? Because the technology is expanding and it's branching out. And I think AI is going to probably be a credit to our business, and I think each of us will benefit from that as well.
Thank you, Dean. All right, go ahead. How do you see the Wheel of Opportunity relevant in today's world of business technology?
I think that it's the basic tool set. To do business today, you need these things. Most people need the majority of them. That's our experience with our clients as well. And most clients don't want to have to go to 10 different vendors to get 10 different things. Despite the fact you might think, well, that way I get the most competitive price. In fact, you just create a lot of work for yourself. And we find our clients are very happy when we're able to offer them an additional solution. We can take care of that for you. We've got the connection for that. We've got a vendor who's really good. It solves problems, so it's super important. AI, I think AI is just going to enable us to do our job better. I mean,
next question.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I jumped ahead. Yeah. So let me pass it down. By the way, since I think somebody cut my mic. No, I'm good. That's the way it is when you're doing a presidential debate. The one thing I wanted to mention, since I forgot to mention it, is that while Datacade is a local data center, we have clients from all over the nation and beyond. So it's not a matter of just serving the local community. We can handle anything. I'll pass it on.
Yeah. So, Rich, how do you see the Wheel of Opportunity relevant in today's world of business technology?
Yeah, I mean, just to add to what's already been said, I mean, that's how businesses run, is off the wheel of opportunity, right? I mean, that's kind of the wheels of the automobile of business. And without that wheel, business isn't taking place. And these conversations, these technologies are being sold daily, around businesses all around the country. And you guys are in a position with your relationships to be at the seat of the table, to have those conversations, to be a consultant. And if you are missing a component on the wheel, not only are you missing an opportunity for yourself, but you're also leaving the door open for a potential competitor to come in and talk about the very thing that you ought to be talking about. And they might have a wedge into that account, and you might find yourself on the backside and no longer in that relationship. So it's key and core to all consultants to be familiar with this wheel and know where it applies and be up to speed with the latest and greatest technology.
Thank you.
Before, I was going to let them keep passing on, but take these tidbits. These guys came a long way. And, there's things that are going to, maybe he's got, she's got, somebody's got something that's going to click, and I like what you said. So keep it going. Try to keep it a minute or less. And we got one more question after this because I know people are getting hungry. Go ahead, Brandy.
Okay. So when I look at this wheel of opportunity, I see dollar signs, and dollar signs for Dave's foundation. So sell it for the kids. But this is all things that you now have the opportunity to sell. We are the dolphins at the table waiting for you to bring us in. So, present this to your customers and say, I've got a dolphin who can help you guys with this issue, whether it's saving money, whether it's being more compliant with the solution, whether it's ease of use, whatever pain point that your customers are coming to you for. I'm in sales, so I see dollar signs, but you guys are the trusted advisors. So even if you're not in sales, you're becoming by your customers by having the ability to sell all of these things. If they can just come to one person, you, the trusted advisor, to solve all of their issues, you're gonna get a lot of money for Dave's Foundation. So definitely look at this and see what else you can help your customers with. And hopefully that involves China. So thank you.
Hi there. When I see the wheel of opportunity, I think that just selling any one of these products is hard, right? How many calls do you make? You make hundreds of calls and you finally get a suitable person or company who will trust you, who you've gained rapport with, and then you sell one product and then you go back to work again, right? You've already done the hard part where you've gained their trust and that sort of thing. So why not sell deep and wide? Not only just to make more sales, but to make it sticky, like they've talked about. Like, oh yeah, someone comes in on any one of these products and they say, whoa, don't touch my stuff. I work with Rob McCarthy. You don't touch my stuff, right? So it'll protect your it'll protect your sale, and why do all that effort just for one product? That's what I think.
So when I see the wheel, I see a visual representation of touch points for your customers to talk about different technologies that you may have touched on or may not have touched on. A lot of great answers from my peers up here, and they're all 100% correct in regards to the more opportunities on the wheel that you touch, the more questions that you ask for the products that are specific to that portion of the wheel allow you to increase the benefits that you're providing your customers. So you've heard the term trusted advisor, and as you talk about these different opportunities and these different sets, you're going to become more trusted because your customers are going to open up about more business impacting processes from their perspective, which allow you to in turn choose the appropriate partner to help support their needs. So a great way for people to visually look at where they need to focus on and not leave anything behind as they do their business migrations.
I had a second question, but you know what? Your guys' questions would be much better than mine. You flip it up there if you want. Why don't you guys, walk up and talk to these guys? We've heard a lot about where AI is today. Our buddy Mason there, who actually brought his own hat. I gave him that last August, and I was really happy he got a couple. But really talk to them, and they'll let you know where they believe the future is. So we want to engage you. That's what we're doing here, to engage. I'm going to flip this over to JD and go ahead and getting ready to take our break. They're getting food, getting ready to come out, and I think he's going to ask Pastor Allen to come up.
You just did.
Oh, beforehand?
Okay. I guess. I'm just messing with you. Don't forget the raffle's coming up, everybody. That's always exciting and fun. We've got a lot of things that we're going to be raffling off. You just stay in your seats. They're going to bring the lunch to you. You don't really have to move around. But once you get your lunch and you eat, we will be coming back at 12:45-ish. Just kind of listen for me to let you know. And again, I'm just going to pass the mic over to Pastor Allen, and he's going to thank God for our food and all the blessings he brings us. So, Pastor Allen, God bless you, and thank you for blessing our food.
Well, it's a privilege and honor to be in a room filled with VIPs. I know you're VIPs because you all owe your who loves you, who gave you life. He's communicated with us. Voice of we're not into church to be by the amazing technology that we're part of creating, of seeing develop. And in the midst of it, it's good to remember that the God who gave us life is the best communicator there is. And he not only deals with time and the value of human beings and the challenge of civilization, but he wants us to make a difference. And each of you is in a place where you are making a difference, and he wants to help you make a better difference. So let's talk to him. Thank you. Thank you, Lord, for the gift of life, for being a creator God that we can know and love and trust and serve. Thank you for your love for us that gives purpose and meaning to life. You call us not to some kind of religion, but to a real relationship with the God who cares and who loves and who provides. Thank you for the keen minds that are here and all those that have gone before us. And each of us can make a difference for the good, the right, and the true. As we ask your blessing on the food, oh God, I pray that your best blessing would rest and abide on each one here, their families, what they do. May they do everything to bring integrity and honesty and trust, giving honor to you as they help people. We pray in Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, Pastor. So coming up, everybody, right after the break, we have our Technology Advisor panel. Going to get some great tips there connected to the Wheel of Opportunities, our awards presentation, and raffle drawing. I'm going to turn it back over to you guys. Enjoy your conversation, your food, and your lunch. We'll be back at about 12:45 to continue our program. Thank you.
Technology wheel and categories of spend. It then suggests that you should segment your existing clients. Great idea. Group clients by industry, by size, and their current tech stack. You already know some of their tech stack. They're your customer, right? You have the benefit already of knowing them, of them trusting you. They've transacted before. They're more than likely going to transact again. It then suggests that you train your sales and support teams. Fortunately, you have all the dolphins in front of you, your sales and support teams, so just come to us. Step 2, outreach strategy. This gives you targeted communication, personalized email campaigns, host client workshops. Look at that. It already knew what we were doing. Leverage case studies, and I can't highlight that enough, right? Telling a story is the best way for all humans, frankly, to deliver value, deliver their purpose, to connect, right? So if you have the ability to tell stories about how these technologies have helped other customers, you're going to be much better suited and have a much higher probability to actually close that deal. Gives you some implementation support, ongoing value, how to strengthen your partnerships, doing quarterly business reviews. We do these internally at AppDirect. These are very, very popular. I highly recommend if you can develop a rapport with your clients, that you leverage this strategy specifically. I didn't know it said this in here. I'm reading this live with you, so we're going together here. But QBRs, as we call them, are fantastic opportunities for you to revisit projects with your clients, upcoming goals, strategies. You learn more about those KPIs, right? The key performance indicators within their organization that you can help them drive. Yeah, very good idea. Thank you, Quinn, for that one. And then number 5 would be measure and optimize, right? You can't scale what you can't measure, so let's make sure we're tracking adoption rates, getting client feedback, any return on investment numbers that we could potentially extract from this, do cohort analysis and the like, and then adjust the strategy based on data. So the outcome, it says here, closing, clients view IGT Consult as a proactive partner. That's fantastic. You're not reactive, you're proactive. You're thinking about them, right? You're dedicated and invested in their success and in their future. And this will drive long-term retention and revenue growth through IGT Consult and your relationship with the AppDirect ecosystem.
All right, gentlemen, we're glad you're here. We're going to give you each about 4 minutes. I'll just hold up the little 1 minute for you. This is an opportunity to take your experience. Our panel here, these are some of our senior technology advisors, formerly known as agents. And they're going to tell you a little bit about themselves, their background, and what has helped them, what has made them successful, any tidbits. And then when all 4 of them are finished, Dave's going to ask them a few questions. So,
how they know me too.
And how do you know Dave? All right, we'll start off in the end. Just reintroduce yourself, guys. We're glad you're here.
Hello, my name is Martin Thornrose. I work with a company called Convergent Services, and we actually do the consulting, design, and oversight implementations of infrastructure systems in hotels, primarily 99% in hotels. Actually, I've known Dave for probably 18 years, I think we figured out the other day. He's been helping out with getting well, everything from quotes to overall help in general with the things that we deal with. So
Get the whip out once in a while.
There you go.
Don't say, hey, these guys just don't get it.
yeah, I'm really whiny when I don't get things the way I want.
Then I have to take it upstairs. I can vouch for that. Yeah.
That's it.
All right. Hi, Rob McCarthy. I know quite a few of you in the audience here, so welcome back to the IGT's inaugural Wheel of Fun.
On the panel here, I have probably 40 or 50 and within our 530 maybe, but he's the one on the panel that's my secret agent.
Secret agent man, yeah. So I've been in the industry for, I don't want to date myself, but I am old. Started in the PBX industry, a company called Lucent Technologies, and then quickly went into the CLEC industry, and then went into the cloud industry and haven't looked back. I've run channel programs for companies of the past like Megapath, general manager at XO Communications, did the same thing at Paytech. A lot of these companies we've grown them, put lipstick on the pig, so to speak, and then sold them to somebody else. So that's just a nature of this business that we're in. Currently, I have a company called Terrapin, and I consult individually with typically carriers that you guys are very familiar with, and advise them on how to integrate their direct sales force, becoming more specialists, and integrate with the channel. How do you make that work? How do you make those comp plans work? How do you make it all really a symbiotic relationship so it's a win-win scenario? And for those of you who have been in the channel for a while, you know the directs hate you, right? So it's all coming into one, and it's becoming a mesh, but we'll go into that further later. And Dave's going to take us further, but he's done a great job with integrating as well. So.
Hello, everyone. My name's Chad Colbreth. I'm the IT manager for Peju Winery in Napa Valley. I have been in IT for a little over 20 years. I've been at Peju almost 8 years. I came to know Dave. We were actually looking for data center rack space, and the gentleman I was speaking to is he is a technology advisor with IGT, and we were trying to get internet quotes, internet service to a rack, and it wasn't going to hit our budget. So he said, hey, I got somebody you can speak with, and he introduced me to Dave, and Dave was able to cut our internet and phone 60% to what we were paying, which was substantial. And of course I looked like the hero, but really it was Dave. One thing led to another, and here I am as a technology advisor with IGT myself. And I'm a hard IT manager to please when it comes to vendors. I'm rather hard on vendors. I demand a lot, and every solution that we've looked at least for me as a client through IGT, has been wonderful. And this is a rare service to find. It is a broker that won't gouge you for money. I've been through many of them, and IGT is the unicorn out of the bunch. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Mike Maxon, and I'm an IT manager at Gelati Brothers. It's a heavy civil construction company in San Rafael and over in Marin County. And Dave says we've known each other for about 15 years. It feels a lot longer than that.
Mike, I mentioned 15 years ago,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, it's longer. I think it's closer to 18. Yeah. And the way we met was my CFO left the company and went to a large diameter pipe manufacturing company called Novo near Napa. And he called me and said, hey, I want you to meet my IT manager. I forget, he had some questions or whatever. And his IT manager said, hey, I want you to meet Dave Kirby of IGT. He saved me a lot of money, and he can do the same for you. And so I called Dave up, and because I was looking for a new circuit, and yeah, he saved a lot of money. Saved us a lot of money, and since then, every time we've had to, when the contract runs out and we're looking for to renew it or looking for something else, every single time it's been more bandwidth for less money. And Dave always said that he was going to make me look like a hero, and yeah, he has. Yeah.
I got that extra $20 here. Right, I think it's on me now, yeah? I was going to ask him a question while I got him up here, but just a telltale on these guys. Again, just working our way down. Martin, you know, we just acquired a really great relationship right from the get-go. I just remember walking in his dad's office. This is back in the days, like 18, 20 years ago. And he'd already had this cool-looking chair. He laying down like this, and he had his computer way up there. I never seen him like that. So, and then he turned me on to his son right away. Do you remember that? Yeah. Anyway, and that was it. Just Martin and I hit it off. And just trying to be there, try to service the best we can. The two guys on the end, Christina Winter, knows operations manager. When their quotes come in, I'm working them, you know. Although I do have Joan Frazier, who's not here today, our lead, kind of doing the running work for me, but I'm still giving him back. So we really try to take care of these guys, especially been around for a long time. And I personally take care of Chad. Anyway, so, and that's the, Mr. McCarthy here, secret agent. So, I mean, you know, I got a secret agent where people either work for somebody, you know, you go through another company and you're gone. Hey, you built a group of funnel of your own, so you got to put it somewhere. So bring it here because I got to pay somebody, right? And some of them put, you know, back in the day they were doing LLCs, other ones were doing their wives, other ones, now people are just coming straight and just sign the W-9 and they're done with it. But we're here just to be a blessing, like we say, so I'm just glad. We were talking about WISPs earlier, somebody talking about WISP. I got so many WISPs, Brad, that I'm throwing at least 15 of them across the country, like mom and pops and stuff. Just did a new one in Virginia on your thing. And they just became an agent because I said, hey, you know what? Even if I'm matching the price that AT&T has, I still got to cut you 10 or 12%. So I made them agents too. So we're ordering services because they got to, hey, who's giving you the internet for your towers to go the wireless? So, you know, Stefan, you know this one. You got to be, you're either a customer or a prospective agent, or both in these cases, and probably 30 more guys like this. So everybody's a prospect, and when you do the job and you do it right, these guys are going like, Chad called me, you know, and just said, hey, I want to do this. You really made me look like a hero, and I'm happy to do that, you know. So that's really kind of what that's about. So I kind of told on these guys too. So get some ideas from these guys, you know. That whole wheel of opportunity, you know. I think Brandy said something earlier too. You know, we're not sales guys. These guys are the sales guys. So you're just bringing it in, right, Christina? It comes into our quote team, and really, you know, we finally got into the 21st century, and we've got smart sheets now, and everything got, you know, it's a lot smarter than me, and it just works everything all the way through. You guys don't have to, even the middle of last year, we were still printing off the form, sending it in. Hey, come on, I know you, Mike, you're sending me that quote directly, but you still got to turn it in because I got to send it to the quote team. Now you're just online, boom, fill it out, push it. It just forwards right to the quote team and to their queue. So we're trying to get, you know, go along with where we're supposed to be, and that's what this workshop's about. It's about that, because we've grown into a place where I want to make sure you guys have accessibility. Man, you got every month. When you first come on, you got JD coming on, and then Ben Martinez, the quiet guy here. But man, that guy is just amazing teacher, you know. And we got these people that can just dazzle you with like, man, why didn't I think of that? I'm not the best. These guys are all the best. I just believe that, you know, the higher power gave me all these people and tools around us. And that's where these relationships come, and that's where we're at. So we're heading in a great new millennium for what's going on. And so now, as Mason mentioned a few minutes ago, and me and Ben talked about it, hey, whoever you got on your whether you have one company right now or you've got several on your reach back to them, because, you know, it ain't just about phones and internet anymore. And, you know, you're going to surprise them, because if you don't come to them, somebody's going to come to them, and they don't know you as a technology advisor. They know you as the agent. John back there, all these guys, you got to close deals. It's as an agent. You know, you got to come back. Hey, we're technology advisors. This is what it's about. Do you got anything? You know, cybersecurity, whatever.
What do you use for email?
Yeah, anything. We got the company. Yeah, amazing. We're doing DocuSign. You know, my grandson's a attorney, and we knew their office had a lot of DocuSign going on, and just brought it down another 30 or 40%. Just it's there though, and it's easy to do what we do and what you're talking about. Bandwidth and all this stuff, wow, it's really come down. So that 50-60%, it's not like we guaranteed in the beginning. We used to say 30. You know, I think our cards say 30 or 40. That's been 50-60 this past year or two. It's just amazing how these guys are able to help us, you know, lower the budgets. I don't like to use the word saving money anymore. Lowering budgets. Anyway, that's about all I got to say. Unless these guys got something else. JD, am I supposed to flip it back to you right about now? I think we're going to be doing some raffles. Awards are next. So as we segue, and he's going to be talking, I think we're flipping the seats. Don't forget, remember who these guys are. So talk to them. They've been around. They've been getting checks for the time periods that they're talking about. And I got checks here today. I'm going to be giving out some awards and some more checks, a couple of first checks to some people. And then from there, I should do that now. Should do that. I should do awards before raffle. Okay, let me do that. Sorry about that. All right, so can you put up the screen? Well, we went through that. You guys know that we're all in. It's a good screen. Go. So you guys knew we're all in on the business cards. So that's it. I mean, this is it. We want to make sure you guys can capitalize on all facets. Even if you look at it, you can't see it. You'll see the light blue ones. Like, yeah, we do that. Do you have to know everybody that Mason said we represent? No. You just need to know that area. Oh, we got, you know, cybersecurity, or we got an issue in a certain area. Yeah, we got it. Or maybe they'll come up and they'll say, hey, you know, I got AWS. Can you do something with me right now? I just did a company. They were paying $53,000 a month. We got them down to 32. They're with the same people. Do you think they're happy with me? I'd say. Probably maybe you're going to take me and my wife out on a cruise or something. I don't know. But anyway, they get pretty happy with that stuff. And if you don't bring it up, you're robbing them of a blessing. Come on, man. Why should they pay those guys that, right? So really, you got to feel the heartbeat of where we're at. We're just really trying to be a blessing, and these guys are trying to, you know, do their jobs, and they'll be there. They'll do whatever they need to do on the sales side. We're not selling. We're technology advisors. Let me hear that. Randy, what are you?
Technology advisor.
All right, that's it. Ron, going to get a big fat check today, his first one. What are you?
Technology advisor.
That's what I'm talking about. Come on, guys. That's it. Technology advisor, man. We're not trying to do anything else. You don't have to memorize companies, whatever. When the quotes come in, right, Christina? You know, our preferred providers, they get the first ones right away. And even if you didn't check it off, we'll see some stuff like, hey, man, you know, this attorney's office, we know what these guys are doing. A lot of DocuSign, we flip them that. We flip them, you know, we see a bill, and we don't see anything redundant. Well, we're going to flip it over to get a redundant circuit from another provider. Maybe they don't have AT&T. We're going to send them to AT&T. Maybe they got AT&T. We're going to throw them to Lumen or somebody and just say, hey, these guys, we got to do them justice. They need to have a, you know, redundant backup circuit, you know? Otherwise, we're not doing them justice. The same way that happened a couple years ago when we were dealing with the local casino, and I did casinos all over and resorts and stuff through Martin and different things. But Thunder Valley, man, we're in there. Dean, we're in there, man. And they're meeting with these guys. The head IT guy, manager, is in there, and he's all in. I'll bring Consolidate because they already got the AT&T circuit in there, and they're like, well, you know, we're not ready for this. It's too much digging to bring in the circuit. Their engineer was sitting there in the meeting. He waited very patiently. When the guy got done, he just said, oh, he opened his folder. Rick did, and he just said, oh, here's a picture of a rack. where's rack so-and-so and so-and-so? And Eric, the new IT manager, because the manager that we had retired, he said, well, it's behind the door, right? It was the conference room. The data center's right behind the door. We walked in there, and that circuit was there. They didn't need to do any install or anything. So it was already there, and, these guys were ready to do it. Well, then he came back in. Anybody knows anything about IT? Chad, I remember we were talking about this one time before and stuff. Mike, you guys know, you got a second circuit coming in? Yeah, you got to deal with IP addresses. That's the first thing the guy says, well, that's just too much work for me. That guy didn't belong in that job, I'm going to tell you right now. And I met with the tribal leaders about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Tell them about it. I said, man, this guy, you guys do what you can, but a week later, I'm sorry, but AT&T went down. This is a casino, man. They can't afford to be down. And, God forbid everybody was down. So I'm not just saying this is, it's one day you love them, one day you hate them, but it just happens. It's telecom, right? But they should have had that backup, right? So we're in there trying to give the right solution, and now, a year and a half, 2 years later, it's come to fruition. So just get back in there. The people you know, the people you have services with, whether you're getting paid on them or you're not, you're in there, but they kind of didn't go all the way on the phones, the internet. Hey, by the way, we're a technology advisor. Do you got anything else? I zipped it up at my allergy clinic, and what do the allergy guys said? I didn't say anything about any phones. I said, you got technology needs? Man, I had a security problem. Can you do anything about that? Boom, boom. We started talking about security. When he got done, he said, I got AWS. Yeah, we're in all that stuff. And the very last thing, I said, hey, by the way, our sweet spot's kind of be able to lower your budget, phone and internet. Can you give me that bill before I leave? I don't even do this. You guys do it. I haven't had a customer in probably 15 years. I don't talk to guys. You guys do. But I wanted to think, hey, Mason got me into this thing. We're going to do this wheel thing. So I thought, if I can't do it, you guys can't. And me and Ben, we just ate it all up and decided, hey, we could do this. Because we don't want that customer we have having an issue and the IT guy all of a sudden goes, man, we got this, or the boss is telling, hey, there's security stuff. Oh, I'll look them up. I got to look up some security stuff. Because they only know IGT for what? Phone and internet, man, but that's not who we are. So let's get back out there, you guys, because there's a whole lot more parts of the wheel to get paid on. Did I say enough? I think I went too much. Okay, so I want to give awards. Can we push to the next thing? So some of these guys, 5, 10, 15, I don't have any pins today, but we're going to send it in our next newsletter. And we got several you saw here today. Some of you are pushing 20 here. And we're going to be doing the pins thing. My wife and I thought, I said, hey, it's about time we do stuff like that. And I've got many, even more than are here that have been over 10 into 15-year time. How could we be in business if I didn't? And so we're going to be starting to do some fun stuff like that, recognizing people. Go ahead, next one. All right, here we go. This is 2024 awards. We had an award dinner a few weeks ago. Of course, I accepted the President's Award for IGT because of all the business we do with all the providers. So I accepted that on behalf of all of IGT. So now we got the President's Club winners. So first, let's give a hand. He was there. He received his. Ben Martinez. Stand up, Ben. He got his award already, but he's the man. He worked his way all the way into, we count on this guy. So he's actually doing our Kickstart. After JD gets a hold of a brand new agent or somebody that's been around a while, Tammy knows. She wants to get back into it. Kickstart, 10-minute conversation. He's helping you with your funnel. He even help you make a few phone calls. Kickstart coach. He's just probably the best coach I've ever seen in any kind of anything. Because he's just, we talk about God, talk about IGT, talk about personal things. He's an amazing guy. So now, Martin Thornrose, could you come down? He's the other 2024 President's Club winner. Bernadette, my cameraman, make sure that you take some pictures. Just hold them, and I'll give it to him. There we go. Come on over here, Martin. Appreciate you, man.
Thanks.
Yeah. Last time I had to fly down to San Diego for him. Oh.
Life's rough.
Yeah. Took him and his wife out to dinner, beautiful daughter. His daughter's getting ready. She's got a scholarship. She's going to be going to his homeland to college in Sweden, yeah? Okay. It's really cool, man. He's got a cool accent too, huh? All right. So anyway, can you open that up and get the trophy out of there? Well, you might want the check first. So the check is $1,000, plus he had his residuals came on there too. But he got $1,000 check just like Ben did. This coming year, I just made it a little bit more difficult. I doubled it, how much your quota would be, but I'm also doubling it to 2,000. I think he's probably already qualified for it for next year, but for 2025. But yeah, it'll be a $2,000 check. We're just trying to do what we can to give back, to motivate you guys. So there's his award. Let's take some pictures here. Let's give him a hand here. Thanks, bro. Man, I love you, dude. I'm gonna have some more of that scotch. The other day we were coming home from Channel Partners, sitting at the airport, and I get this text. I hadn't had a text from him probably 3 weeks or something because he didn't have nothing to say bad about AT&T or anybody. He said, the MPO's not in yet. How can they try to put something? There's no backboard. I've been telling them for a month. You got to tell them. I said, yeah. No, it's just a glass of scotch. And it turned out to be, like a Irish scotch. He said, hey, I'm in Ireland with the owners of Google. They flew me here for a couple of days. Like, oh, okay. So I didn't know, but a lot of services we're doing, Christina, are going into Google-owned facilities or hotels and hospitality. All right, next in line, Excellence Award. We can't raise that up. Yeah, all the names are on there. That's cool. Excellence Awards. I'm going to read some off that aren't here. Joan Frazier. Let's give Joan a hand. Co-team lead, man. She runs that team. We got Mike Howe. He's a co-team member. Go ahead, guys. Cassie Fracco, co-team in phase 2. Christina Castellanos. Come on, man. You guys like your programs? She did the whole thing, and then any communications you guys get back. Any meetings you guys set up. She's doing everything except in the office. Now she's down in the office. Now my wife and my daughter, Wendy, let's give them a hand. They're the ones keeping me straight. I think Rob noticed, Dave, you're a lot more calmer. It was that wedding in Paris that did it. So we got Eris Yang. He's in Hawaii right now with his teenage kids. Has something to do with Ron. He's Ron's new sub-agent who also owns those medical vehicle companies, and he's got 2 call centers in Philippines. Yeah. Then we did net the phones on. Okay. And he got a nice bonus, but had to split it up so he gets part of his when he comes back. Let's see who the ones we have right now. So he's got a few deals, but I just want to make sure we recognized him. He wasn't able to come to our Dave Puchalowski. Come on up, Dave. Man, I can't believe it. Honey, am I getting old? My dad used to tell stories. Man, I'm 72, 3 kids, 12 grandkids, 8 great-grandkids, but I don't look like it. I look pretty good. So we got Dave, story with Dave. He knows me longer than anybody here, maybe even my daughter. Yeah, she was born. So Wendy's the only one, but usually I can say that about you. And then when I see this guy in like 2010-ish, maybe, in the men's group, Bayside, it's like he looks behind, he's like, Dave Kirby? Where's your ponytail? Yeah. Well, anyway, congratulations. I need help on all these. So, can you take it out of the box? There we go. I'll get him the check. Come on over here, Dave. Okay. Yeah. So there's your check. Nice bonus in there, and you got your residuals on there too. I didn't want to cut 2 checks when I count these. Just give him one. Okay, got your name on there. Excellence Award. I do appreciate you because you're an excellent guy. But you really do. He's there. You got a service heart, just ready to help and stuff. He bugs me. He's been an agent or technology advisor for about 5 years, but he's getting really active now. and they'd be like, hey, shouldn't the project manager be in touch with them more? And they went dark. They hadn't heard them for a week or so. So I was like, just relax, man. But that's okay.
Things done, man.
Yeah. By day, real estate agents. So, and everybody's got some kind of backgrounds, man. So probably half of our guys are full-time or in the industry, an IT of some sort, but other ones are just, doing whatever they're doing every day. So we tell people, don't quit your day job, just build up your residual enough that you can. So anyway, you got pictures there, honey?
Yep, it's already done.
Yeah, that's a good story of that one. Anyway, okay, I'm going with JD. I'm going with, let's see, Christina Winter. Come on down. Did I say that? That's not that good TV thing. Come on down. What are you going to do? Before my beautiful bride, even in the office, and she's working remotely, I went to her on personal stuff too, because I'm like, hey, right? I got to tell her myself. She's the best, man. She's amazing. Just got this cool, she's like the female version of Ben, just cool and calm about stuff, relaxed. But I would go to you. I don't mind, being transparent. And she'd help me. Most of it, I would start off by, hey, you know what, respond to those guys, because my response to this was not going to be too good, huh? Or she would help me out with the first few words. Now, of course, God gave me my ribs, so I got her. So it's mostly the business side. She's happy, like, they didn't have to come. But anyway, I'm so appreciative of you and everything you've done for us. And again, second year in a row, though, you got to give your excellence for her. She's the best. All right, so if you guys anything coming in, it's going through her. So thank you, Christine. Appreciate it. She knows I love her. She's the best. Wow, there's another name up there. Is it JD?
Hey.
I'm going to have to grab yours. All right, JD. You can grab that one. Okay. Maybe open this one too. All right, on this side, bro. Here we go.
I'll open my own.
No, that's okay. You do it. Mason's the best. I'm going to give you the money. I'm going to show you where the money's at. Yeah. So, dude, along with the jacket we just presented.
Yeah.
The Masters.
Yeah, we got the black jackets. Yes, 'cause they wear black all the time, right? What can you say? Is this guy the best? Come on, MC. Yeah. He's forgot more than I'll ever know. I'm from Detroit, so I'm a Tigers fan, but he's probably the best A's fan, along with Jonathan back there. Those guys are psycho crazy. I mean, when they get to a game, their goal is what? You're going to be what?
We will get on the Jumbotron every time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We can take big pictures of stuff. And so here's the award, Excellence Award there, Mr. JD. Appreciate you. Got one more thing. He's going to get his first cards here. So, got it, honey?
Yep.
Okay. And here's your new cards. I don't know if we can open them. I think it's taped on the bottom, but he's got his two-sided card now, which has the wheel on the back. So, no excuses, guys. Again, anybody that's turned a deal in the last, since January, you grab me one of them.
How many buffers did I got?
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, JD, your National Trainer Technology Advisor, QR code, and the wheel on the back.
I'm in. I'm in.
Am I done yet? Can I flip this over to him? How many more things I gotta do? He's the one. I can't do this stuff. You know he's good at this. I'm just not. Do you know where we're at on the?
We're at the raffle.
Getting close to the raffle.
So these guys are coming up, right?
Bring their stuff.
Yeah. I'm turning back to you. I don't have to do anything with them, right? No more questions or anything?
No, we're good.
Okay, we're good. Come on up, JD. You can finish this. The sponsors. Come on back up. There were some people, I told you to keep them, so you were supposed to hold on to your own raffle stuff, so I don't know whose was whose.
I got it.
Can you grab the ones that you guys brought? I think this was AT&T. Glasses, the shades here. Actually, that's kind of good to keep there, so it doesn't mess with the plastic, but there we go. These were custom made. Again, I got one, and then I got an extra one. Oakley sponsors my foundation, Life International Children's Foundation. So they told me they'd give me a couple pairs of glasses, and I asked if they could etch them on there. So they all have IGT, and if it's just somebody that's not an advisor yet, probably won't mean as much to you. But I know Randy can see himself sporting this thing up in Seattle, and I go, oh, heck yeah. So those are the names that are on there. And then after these two drawings, then it'll be everybody. He has another wheel that has everybody on there. So I can't wait to give these to somebody. And we got 4 tickets. So we get Trey. Tyler. Tyler. Where's Steve? This is the Tyler. Man, yesterday I got on and I was like, hey, I got to call this guy to find out, are you going to come to actually give this out, right? And I just looked up, my wife knows, boom, but Tyler ran. And I started talking for 3 or 4 minutes, and he was just listening. I was talking about, hey, bring those A's tickets, and blah, blah. And he was just agreeing with me the whole time. And then all of a sudden I asked the question, so yeah, where are you coming from? And he said, well, I'm in Texas right now. And I thought, this guy, no, he's got to be in the area somewhere in Northern California. And I looked, and it was Steve Martinez's Trey? Tyler. Come on, man. I can't remember my kids' names. Tyler. So he's got Tyler, who just closed a deal, AT&T deal.
Hey.
Yeah. Just last week. So that was cool. And I said, okay, well, congratulations on that sale. I'll see you later, Pam. This day, because he only seen me on the video. I've never met him. And then I got through to Tyler here. And we're actually be putting up 20th of June is going to be our event. And invitations only. So, I mean, bring in some business. You'll definitely be invited. I also want to recognize Dale Kirby. Spelled a little bit different. So he's on my advisory board. Appreciate Dale. Helps me make decisions along with Pastor Allen, different people I call myself accountable to in several different ways. And then JD and Ben. So these are executive guys that I have to ask before I really make these final decisions in different areas. So appreciate all you guys. You guys are amazing. Most of them are smarter than me in every way. So we're going to do the drawing. Do you have anything to say? Let's pump it up, because where are they at? Are they called the Sacramento A's now? I don't know. What are we calling them, man?
Just the, hi everybody, Tyler, just to clarify. So the Athletics playing in West Sacramento, Sutter Health Park. You ever been to a River Cats game before? Same exact ballpark. So I can help you with A's, I can help you with River Cats, and we're gonna get you set up with 4 tickets to an A's game this upcoming season here today. So Dave, I appreciate the invitation. Let me come out and show my beautiful, well, I shouldn't be show my face to so many these beautiful people.
How can we help him make this work this time?
Yeah, well,
By ordering tickets from you in the future, or how do you get paid?
Yeah. And the other thing is some business owners or just groups, because we're doing one.
Yeah, no, the 20th of June, it's a Friday night. Yeah, we're going to have Dave and some other folks out there. So I got some, contact information with me here today. Would love to meet all you, get to know your names, and have you out to the ballpark this season. So by all means, come up. Yeah, we do groups, suites, hospitality, anything of that nature. So. Tyler Pierce, Iercetyler.
So is the winner going to get those?
Yeah.
The person that gets the 4 tickets?
Exactly, yeah.
Man, he's just hanging at it. He's like, I'm sitting down because my name's up there. Him and Jonathan are absolutely the biggest. And we go to the A's. We've been going to the A's for many years on purpose. Because, I mean, I'm not spending 3 times more to go see the one on the other side of the river, the thing there, And but now they became closer, so we're so happy about it. So anyway, actually, you want to let him just push the button?
Do it.
So round and round and round we go. Where it stops, we got to have a winner, baby. My name can't be on there, and it's She's a secret agent too, by the way. She's my operations manager. She's got business on the books. Everybody comes in, they were like, hey, you don't give too much salary or whatever, but man, the residual can really make it. Can you bring it down here? Or at least take a picture together. Christina, hold on. And Tyler, Trey. Christina, could you take a picture with them? I mean, Bernadette.
I did already.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm doing
Thanks, man. Hang out right here. Just grab a seat, hang out, and then we definitely want people to. You can grab a seat, man. Okay. And then now we're doing the Oakley glasses. Where are they still inside? Okay. I'd rather take them out and I want to give them to the guy and throw it on he or she. This is again just advisors because it's really not going to mean much unless it's IGT people. And I know Tammy's going, man, I got these things. Sean's not going to get these. It's going to be for me. All right. All right, go ahead. It's on you, Mr. Mason. Round and round and round we go. By the way, alcoholic drinks will be coming as soon as we get done with the raffles. Open bar. Just don't go for those $60. Just don't go for those $60 Scotch glasses. Come on, Andrew. Come on. Come on down.
Photo op.
So how many deals are you going to turn in the next month?
7, 10, 50, I don't know.
All right. You got to put them on, bro. Anyway, nice, huh? So it's only me and you, bro.
Hey,
we're the only ones that got it.
buddy.
Looks good, man. All right, we got it.
You look good. Yes. Looks good.
Yeah.
I told my wife, I'm cool, but I ain't that cool. She says, yeah, you're cool. I'm not that cool. So turn it back over to JD, and he's going to go ahead and go through the raffle. Did you switch the raffle thing to, so everybody's in there, and you can pass the mic, but hold on to it, then just keep doing it. They don't need to pass it. You can announce who they are, and then they can tell what their prize is and go from there.
You're the boss.
Popcorn.
I know, yeah. The consolation prize at the end is I got a whole bunch of popcorn back here, so you might walk away with something. All right, Brad's up first. Brad, tell them what they might win, Brad.
No one has a Bluetooth speaker. No one.
The Bluetooth speaker.
We can take care of that.
All right.
Ready? Mason, hit it.
I've got checks, I forgot.
Anyways. All right.
Fun, come on down. Dave, you want a picture with everybody in the red? Photo op. I'll get out of the way. Photo op.
Now I can play ball. Yeah, I'll get up on that side. Go ahead, man.
Congrats. I'm sure you don't have me.
Bernadette, stand up because maybe you're getting Bob's head.
Oh, good boy, Kirby. It's done.
Nice. And Tefone, Lauren, you're up. Tell them what they might win.
What you might win is a $50 Amazon gift card. It has been in my pocket. It's got a nice patina. It's quite wrinkled, but it still spends the same.
I use it.
In our business, we call that don't hand out a janky business card. It's all soiled. All right, everybody. Hit it, Mason.
All right, here it comes.
Oh! Wait for it.
Looks like Steven.
Chad.
Come on down, Chad.
Steven.
Almost.
Good job.
All right, Chad. I'm going to put Brad out of his seat. Come on.
Once again, thank you to all our providers for bringing a little swag, a little gift. It's very kind.
There we go.
Very nice. Make sure you keep it in your budget for next time.
Okay, done.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, you put in the budget, you might lose it.
Congratulations. Thank you.
All right, Brandy's up. Here we go.
All right, so it'll be an IOU because the AirPods were shipped to Dave's house.
Yeah.
So he's going to give you your prize eventually, but you'll have a chance to win AirPods.
Wow.
It'll still be the same.
I won't
3,
use them because I got my
2,
hearing buds.
1. Hit it. Here we go. Wait.
All right, he
That looks like an evil. Come on down. Photo op anyway.
Man, I think I got a service card. Amazing guy.
Come on down.
Thanks
It's like
to
the
you all
price
for
is
the
right.
lights. You provide the lighting today. There you go. So you got AirPods coming.
Lighting,
Congratulations.
key grip, everything. Best boy.
Yep.
Okay.
Anybody locally,
All right, yep.
well, he travels too, but Northern California. He's a commercial electrician.
Yep.
Free plug.
Yep.
Here's Ed.
A Visa gift card.
Hey.
$50.
$5.
This is great. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And that's Katie. She's not here.
She was here earlier.
She did help my.
She was here.
Okay, good. She did help my. Here we go. You guys vote. Go again. Because she was the one helping my wife sign you guys in, and she had to leave. Uh-oh.
Going again.
Again? No, I was trying to take a vote, bro. I didn't.
Wendy. Where's Wendy? Hey.
Just give her a check.
I vote that it goes, because my daughter's gone. Yeah. So I just say, let's vote. Katie came in early just so she could help my wife, and she was going to have to leave. We knew it ahead of time. So are you guys cool with Katie getting that?
We're good.
Yeah.
Put in some time with it. What was it? Whose was it? Okay. We'll make sure. Bernadette, you want to come up and get it for Katie?
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's my buddy.
Thanks, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
Janelle.
And her husband has his first day on his job, and he's a CIO for all the judges, the state judges downtown. CIO. So what do you think that means, guys? Chief Information Officer.
Yep.
And she's the agent or technology advisor, and he feeds her. So right now he's going to be bringing that business in. Okay.
No.
Go ahead.
For Katie.
All right. That's a pretty cool.
All right, Katie.
Thank you. All right, Rich. Rich is up.
Yep, so we're getting creative over here at Semtech. We have a $50 gift card. But unlike Lauren's gift card, mine does not have the patina. It's in good shape, so wish you will.
It's not janky. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Thanks, Rich.
Oh.
Wait.
Dave.
Who's your last one?
So I can't say it. But it's a good nickname, but you don't want to go on. No.
Photo up.
Yeah, you bet.
Come on in the middle, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's David Kuchelowski.
Okay, done.
Man.
All right.
Thank you. You bet.
This is Dean. Is that what I think it is? Is that something ring?
Uh-oh.
Here you go.
In protection of the gift card packages, we have a doorbell ring camera.
Nice.
Oh.
Ready, Mason? Here we go.
Look at that.
Randy Wilson.
Wanted to do it?
Yes, we donate.
Yeah, who we donate to? Yeah. Find
So
out who we donate.
redo it.
Oh, redo.
His name. Just respin.
The next day.
She said do it again.
We're
Next
doing
closest name. Where's that? The next closest name.
Hey, who's the boss? Huh?
All right, respinning. Here we go.
Respect.
She's the boss. I mean,
Oh, look at this.
All right, Mike.
All right, Mike.
Say hello to my brother-in-law. I didn't spin that either. You just for the record. I didn't touch it.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Done.
Yay.
Okay, JD's the man. I'll tell you, he does that popcorn. It goes to a great cause. He's going to do this in a minute. But I'm sorry. I apologize. I had after the awards, I was supposed to give out some checks. So coming from the longest distance for one of our technology advisors from Seattle would be Randy Wilson. Come on up, Randy. I knew he was coming. He's got a nice check. It was it was, you know, he's got a casino on there and some other stuff going on. Appreciate Randy. He was coming all this way. Got some of his sub-agents here, so I want to make sure instead of mailing to Texas his check, I got to hand deliver it. All right, appreciate Randy. Cool, man. He's the one that recruited. The next guy up is going to be Ron Baroga. Come on, Ron.
No, so fun.
Oh, so fun.
Oh, so far, that's right. Okay.
Shout out to so fun.
So this is pretty much the biggest check of the day, except not counting Martin. And this is just really a bonus check. And he did really good. Well, why not just take 30 seconds to say, how did you end up, you know, getting the agent that you got, sub-agent, and the customer?
Wife for a dialysis company. He said, why don't you hit up the America West Medical Transportation Company? I said, okay. Kind of knew the guy. Sat there for I asked for like 10 minutes. Gave me 10 minutes. I understood it was a huge operation with 2 call centers in the Philippines. Like, whoa, it's too big for me. I didn't know anything about I just stepped into the IGT system, and I said, Dave, this is way over my head. Let's get together with this guy. And Dave helped close it out. So huge deal. Yeah. We wined and dined him, and here he is. And now he's an agent too.
Yep. So what I do, he's a customer and an agent. So you got to be something, right? So fine, you could either be one, the other, or both, right?
Yep.
All right.
All right, Ron. Happy for you, man.
Things. Yeah, he's a man of many virtues.
Yes.
Talents. He did the AI thing for us.
Yep.
Fixed that up for us. I had some other ones that he's done on his own that he puts up on social media. You guys can do any promoting. I just have to make sure I contact these guys, especially China Telecom, before we can use logos on that stuff. But my agreements are pretty straight up, at least my directs are. I have no idea about your guys's, but mine, I got them and I can get it so I can at least use the ones I need to use to draw people. But he does some really amazing stuff, and you didn't do none of that before. No, and you just got some Canva or something, and it had, what did it have on there? AI. Yeah, he didn't know what he's doing. He just got in there and Googled it. Hey, how do I make a video? And look what he did. That's just crazy cool, huh? So you guys can promote all you want as a IGT Technology Advisor. We got, I might as well bring them both up. So we got Janelle Chun and Sofan Chun. Give them a hand. And Janelle first check. And Sofan, come on, bro. Yeah, so he recruited his wife, and of course, she's got the bigger check than him. That's pretty cool, huh? Yeah. Come on this side, bro. Come on this side. Oh, that's okay. I'll just stay over here. So there's you and there's Sofan. So, but, you know, you just don't know who people know, right? And his wife's in insurance. Yeah. And you just start off with those people, and anybody you get, you'll be able to get some referrals from. Believe me. Now she can go back and say, you know what? I'm going to find out what technology needs they have. Yeah. And so fine. You know, we got Ferrari parts and some other really good logos and stuff. We just got to go back to these guys and talk to them. So anyway, let's give these guys a hand. You guys got pictures? Yeah. Okay. Now you get to get appreciate you. Thanks for coming. All right, back to JD. MC, finish this off, and then tell us what's going on. I guess they get to get some alcohol in a few minutes, huh? Go ahead.
Okay. We're going to spend a moment here thanking our providers. You guys know if you come to our events, I like to send you home with a little something, little way to say thank you from all of us. It's not much, but my popcorn company, I'm not really here to pitch it because it's nonprofit, but Dave always wants me to. And oh, did you forget something, Dave? You want to do something else? You want to do another raffle?
Popcorn.
Okay.
Yeah, Beiju Winery, baby. He came with the good stuff. And last night at our event, he's in his room, checked in, and he said, "Hey, Dave, you want me to bring a bottle of wine? We were already out of red wine." I said, "No, dude, this is a giveaway." So that's what that's all about, because I asked him to bring it for a giveaway. So this is Beiju Winery.
Ooh.
Got some cab here. I like that 50-50. Next time you got to bring the 50-50.
Well,
that's some good stuff.
This is a 2016 Cabernet Sauvignon Reserve.
This is I think it retails about $175 bottle of wine.
Wow. Wow.
Am I doing it on the wheel?
Oh, wow.
Round we go. Better like red wine.
Oh.
Almost Dale Kirby. I know Dale.
Cherise. Hey.
Let's go back, right back to you. Come on, Katie. Let's get some pictures here. Yeah, good job. Hope you like red wine. Otherwise, you'll be giving. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I guess I will pay you like $50 for that.
Got it. This is great. Thank you so much.
All right, she's bringing in 2 deals next month.
So I'm just going to go down the line here and say thank you to all of our providers. Just go ahead and kind of grab one. I'll talk about the flavors. You grab one there. You guys can trade amongst yourself later. But this is St. Rita's Heavenly Popcorn. The company is named after my patron saint. St. Rita is the patron saint of media. Dean, go ahead and grab one of those. Grab one, thank you. And I help 2 nonprofits. I'm really not in the business of advertising, but Dave told me to. He said, no, that's your deal. Thank you. So, Chesterton Catholic School is a new school in Sacramento, which is growing around the country. There's 51 schools. And I help a group of Benedictine nuns on Shaw Island in Washington State, the same island where Bill Gates has his secret hidden mansion. And I send them funding. And I just work out of my garage, and that's all. So we're going to go back to the wheel, and I've got a few bags just to pass out to everybody else.
They're right. Yeah, these are IGT to our sponsors, and we want to make sure, because you guys just got interviewed, that you remember Residuals for Life, right, Sylvan?
Yep.
So get on that. So now you guys are Residuals for Life muggers. You guys are muggers with Residuals for Life. So,
our way of saying thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, quick, we just got a few more for the wheels, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 to go. So hit it, and just come up and grab a bag if we call your name. The ones that don't have label identify are a cheddar jalapeno if you don't have a label. All right, who's up? Okay, Tammy, come on up. Remember, quick, go ahead and hit the next one.
All the way to the Bay Area.
From the Bay.
Famous popcorn. Homemade, too, man.
There you go, Tammy. Congratulations. Thank you. All right.
Hey.
Chanel, more popcorn.
Here you go. Hit it again. Keep it moving.
Ooh, pass it out.
Ready? I'm going to hurl it to you.
Oh.
Sorry.
Kept it for the softball team. I saw them. They were champions.
Here we go. Yeah, that's a Sean.
Sean.
Okay.
Do it again. Damn, you can't take 2.
Laura.
Laura's not here.
Laura is not here.
Yeah, run again, Shelly. She was supposed to be on.
Okay, we got Josh.
Josh.
Josh, here we go.
Who's it?
Where'd he go?
Here?
Where did Josh?
Oh, Josh, he did leave. Got
Yeah.
another one.
Oh, yeah.
He's an IT guy who's got 2 deals this afternoon. I know Mark.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. There you go. Mark gets to take
Martin.
All right, Mark, there you go.
popcorn back home. San Diego. That'll go good with that scotch.
Hand off.
Nice. Hey, JD, you're on popcorn.
I'll take. No, I'm just kidding. I know the owner.
Cecil. Hey,
Cecil.
Cecil.
Cecil wins every time.
Okay, we'll do one more.
Ben all in.
Here we go, Ben. Boom.
Boom.
And Cecil.
Boom.
All right, everybody, happy to add everything. So coming up next, we have a mix where we want to encourage you to hang out. Look, please, if you can stay, please stay. There is a wonderful movie later on, but the mixer is the opportunity to meet. Maybe some of you were writing questions down during the workshop. That one-on-one time is invaluable with our providers, so make sure you stay for that. Alcoholic beverages will be served. There's a menu. It's not like we're having, whiskey sours or anything, but there will be some alcohol available. We encourage you to stay, meet, talk. Thank yous are important, as Dave knows. Once again, thank you to all the people who put this together. We want to thank Sofan, of course, for working behind the scenes, and everybody who helped out, Bernadette, the whole team. Behind the scenes, to put everything together takes a lot of time. We've been meeting for probably 3 or 4 months. What I want to remind you is probably maybe this week or next week, you're all going to get an email, and we need your feedback. It's going to be an evaluation, and we want you to give us feedback, tell us what you like, tell us if you'd like to add anything. We'll take all those suggestions and bring them to heart so we can plan for our next one. But once again, to all of our providers, I want to thank you for staying, especially for the mixer, to everybody who had a part, no matter what it was, if you brought something, and especially want to thank the heart and the core of IGT, which is this woman right here, Bernadette. Let's give her a thank you.
Bernadette, thank you.
And, when we train you, our technology advisors, we don't just put you out on the curb. You get a lot of emails. We want to encourage you to participate, especially in our monthly training with Ben. And as we progress through each month, we're going to be learning and dissecting more and more of the wheel of opportunity. So it just doesn't end here. It also continues. So I encourage you, and also our video conferences that we have during the day, during the lunch hours with our providers. Some of you know that for me, I try and attend the best I can. I'm in my classroom. I'm on my own break. It's my own lunch hour, so I can do what I want. But I try and get to as many as I can. And every little tidbit that I listen to helps me when I'm out talking to people. And when we have our monthly training, we'll be talking more about that elevator pitch and how to, bring this wheel of technology to your providers. I'm going to check in with Dave to make sure I haven't forgotten anything, because I don't want to end it and then come back and say, oh, by the way. So Dave, have we forgotten anything? And I'll give you the last word before our mixer.
Oh, we got it. Let's come on, JD, let's give him a hand. He's the guy. Love him, love you guys. In a moment, again, the waiters will be coming out. I just say, raise your hand. You see him coming out, they're going to be taking orders. And right now, he hit the nail on the head. Just come back. You have these people here. They got so many tidbits of stuff. I got a crazy amount of stuff. And that includes our panel of technology advisors and our sponsors. Let's give everybody a hand right now, mixer right now. That's it. I want to thank you, everybody, again. Mason, come on, Mason. Yeah. Thank my wife. Thank all you guys. It's all because of you guys. It wouldn't happen without you guys. Thank you. Jennifer, the director, and
3, 2, 1.